Namaskar, and I have the pleasure of welcoming Dev Master G. So, Master is your last name, and Master also is someone who teaches. And as
Yes.
a physician, especially dealing with kids, as a pediatrician, you also have that hat of being a teacher. So, let us begin by the need to learn how to raise healthy kids. And that is important not just for the kids, but for the parents also. So let me request you, when you come across many parents, what is the basic idea that you want to convey to them, that you have done repeatedly, that act like this so that your child is healthy and remains healthy?
Yeah. So, like you said, I'm a teacher to both the children and the parents at the same time. And yeah, there's many aspects to raising a healthy child. And it starts with what you put in their mouth, like the nutrition they get to help them grow. And we want that to be healthy foods, lots of fruits and vegetables, some protein, and the grains. And also, we want to reduce that unhealthy foods like junk foods, like sodas, juices, sugary foods, snacks, outside food like fast food, things like that. And not just nutrition, we also have to grow their mind and their and the person they will
Well,
be. So
yeah,
yeah, go
well,
ahead.
yeah, Masterji, let me interrupt you.
Yes.
When you say what they put in their mouth, and I think that is the space which requires even deeper understanding. You mentioned about fruits, etc. So, if parents themselves are not in the habit of eating healthy food, it becomes difficult. So, uh, is it something that, say, I don't like fruits, but now I meet Dr. Dev, and I try to develop taste for fruits and salad, etc. What um, is it that might help? Uh, so allow me to put it further. Mm, when you know that this is how it is going to be beneficial for you, for your body and mind both, on that front, talk to me about having the healthy diet.
Yes. So, yeah, healthy diet is very important, not just for the child, but for the parents and the family as a whole. A family that is healthy together will be healthy overall. Versus if you force your children to be healthy, but you as a parent or a caregiver are doing something totally different, the children often don't follow because they copy the parent. Well, as a parent myself, I have to show the right example to my children. So, eating healthy is a family activity, and being healthy is a family activity. So, we as parents have to also eat our fruits, our vegetables, eat less outside food, eat less junk foods, don't drink soda, don't have candy, chocolates, things like that. And then we have to show that example to our children so then they understand. We teach just not by saying, but also by doing, because doing can speak volumes.
So, just one a tiny little bit. Have you seen people change their habit pattern? If, let's say, as I was taking example, someone who doesn't like fruits, is there a way that you can sort of psyched up yourself, or sort of have that discipline to kind of take more of that?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest example is the vegetables. A lot of people and children don't like vegetables, but I tell parents and children, you have to keep trying. As you try, you learn which vegetables you might not like, and then sometimes certain vegetables it takes like 4 or 5 times, or certain foods, and then you end up liking it, you know? So it's about trying different things. And then we're lucky in the supermarket, you have tons of options of fruits and vegetables. So you can try different things. You don't have to like every single vegetable or fruit under the sun, but if you try different things, you learn. And then also, there's many different cooking methods. And then also, we're Indian. So we have lots of different seasoning and spices we can add to vegetables to make them taste all different ways. So try different things, because children are not adverse to seasoning or flavor. Sometimes they crave that. They don't want just a bland vegetable. They want some seasoning, some like lemon, some cumin, some salt, pepper, garlic. Try different things. And then that way also it opens your child's mind to try different things and to understand there's different ways to make the same vegetable.
Let's talk about soda. And many people keep soda all the time on their table, and before eating, after eating, during eating, they don't take water, they take soda. I think many people have that habit, and people look at it as a normal and the right thing to do. What are the disadvantages of this kind of a habit?
Yeah, so soda, there's nothing positive in soda at all. So soda is just basically sugar with water and then some chemicals. So I recommend, don't buy the soda, don't have it in your house, because if you don't have it, you can't give it. In my house, since I'm probably 6 years old, I've never had soda with my parents, and I've done the same with my children. I have no soda in the house because it's just sugar and it's unnecessary calories, and it's not healthy. It leads to diabetes, obesity, hypertension, a lot of these metabolic issues from the diet.
So now another thing, which is whether it is a bagel or a pizza and a lot of cheese and cheese products, I guess you would say that is also not healthy, and none of our viewers, especially those who are parents, would have the confidence that they can say no and their kids would stop eating these items. But talk to me about how they affect our health, and in long term, what is the impact on someone's body if one is used to having bagel day after day or pizza every second day, etc.
Yeah. So yeah, like you can't have bagel every day. You can't have a pizza every day. Bagels and pizza, lots of carbs, and especially pizza, lots of cheese. Cheese you can have in moderation, small amounts, but you can't. A whole slice of pizza is a few days amount of cheese. So, and then you again, bagel and pizza are processed grains. So we need some carbohydrates, but in moderation. A bagel and a pizza are excess in both the cheese and in an excess in the carbohydrates in the grains. So I would say, if you like pizza, have it once or twice a month and a small amount. Don't eat like a whole pizza. Maybe have half a slice or one slice, and then put something on the side, like maybe a salad or some protein or something else to eat. Don't just fill yourself up on a pizza. Same with the bagel. Don't eat the whole bagel. Eat maybe a quarter of a bagel, have something on the side, maybe some fruits, maybe some vegetables, some protein, maybe an egg if you eat eggs, things like that.
Now, let us talk about the term calories. And we always hear that cut down on your calories or this thing gives so much calories. And some products also have it mentioned. In general, what is the ballpoint understanding that would help someone in calculating the calories, or how much calorie intake is all right for, say, starting from kids up to the age, say, 4 to 10 or whatever category classification you want to take?
Yeah, so calories, we use it more as nutritionists, dietitians, pediatricians, doctors, but it's hard because for children, it's constantly changing how much calories they need based on their age, their size, their weight. We have people of all different heights and weights. So it's a little bit hard to say exact number of calories, but I always tell people and parents and children is the quality of your calories. You want high quality foods, fruits, vegetables, home cooked meals, some protein, versus having those calories come from sugars, sodas, juices, bagels, pizza, McDonald's, outside food, things like that. If you have high quality calories, then you will eat healthier foods. And also, you don't want to have all your calories from one category of foods like breads and pastas and pizzas and things like that.
So, in this session where we have started talking about on raising healthy kids, let us talk about the general stuff in terms of burning of calories as well as staying active, whatever age it is always recommended. And I remember your dad being in the gym every day, 4 to 5 hours. But I think Rashmin Master Ji is an exception in that sense. Many people find it difficult to walk even 5,000 steps a day, etc. But moving back towards the kid side, um, what are your recommendations if the kid is not naturally inclined towards running? Some kids are; they go for the outside sports, etc. But many kids love to play on the computer or computer games, etc. So there is less of activity now. On that front, what would be your advice?
Yeah, so all children need physical activity about 4 to 5 times a week, about 30 minutes. And again, that 30 minutes needs to be high quality physical activity where their heart rate goes up, they're sweating, they're actually pushing themselves. And again, children don't always know what they want. So us as parents, like my daughter, I sign her up for different types of activities so she can explore and learn. Like my daughter's in dance, she does tennis, she does taekwondo. So there's lots of options for children. You just have to, what I tell parents is sign them up for something, because when you sign them up, you get a schedule. You have to go to the class 2, 3, 4 times a week. You have the time. And by creating a schedule, the child has to go do physical activity and can't be sitting at home on the YouTube, on Fortnite, on video games, on TikTok, on those things.
So now we are as talking about kids and parents, and there are few issues which are beyond the periphery of a physician, yet indirectly it is relevant, and you are a parent also. Different parents have a different way of bringing discipline to their kids. Now, what is the best way if there is a young mother who finds that whatever instructions she is giving to the child is not followed? But if she continues to be harsh or scolding type of expression, of course, in America, you don't hit legally also. But talk to me about what advice you can offer to these young parents who find this as a real issue, and it disturbs them psychologically, and sometimes if they are harsh, then they feel bad for a couple of days, feel guilt, etc.
Yes. This is a very tough topic for parents, and it's a tough one for parents and for anybody. So, discipline is very important. Uh, Parents have to instill discipline for their children. It's not being strict, it's not being mean. It's just trying to find the right balance of the appropriate discipline. Often I give parents the example is school is full of rules. School is full of discipline, but children enjoy school. They love school. They want to go to school. They have fun at school. So school is a best example of where discipline is at the appropriate level. And children need discipline to grow. So I often tell parents use the principles of school, how they teach discipline. And the basic example is when they do good things, you positively reinforce by giving rewards or giving the appropriate words, like you're doing a good job, keep it up. And when they do negative behaviors or inappropriate behaviors like tantruming or getting upset or saying no rudely, things like that, we have to give a negative punishment. And again, a negative punishment is not hitting, it's not yelling. It is more like timeout is an example in young children, taking away a toy. In teenagers, it might be taking away their phone so they can't use it for social media or video games, or take away their Nintendo Switch or their PS5. And the similar things they do in school. If a child does inappropriate behavior, they might get timeout, they might get detention, they might have to help clean up the lunchroom. And then when children do good things, they get rewards. Like in my daughter's class, the whole class did a good activity over a week, and then they got like special cereal as a reward. So that's a great example. So use your school. Your school has been disciplining children for generations.
So we have heard if you eat badam, it is good for your memory. Now there are some kids who find it difficult to retain what they read, and parents also observe that instructions that are given are not staying in the memory of the child. Basically, what I want you to share with us is, are there any tips that would help in improving the memory or the capacity to retain in kids? Any food items, any practices that may be useful?
Yeah, I mean, children, it's developmentally normal that they do not have good memory. I mean, it is something it's a practice skill that takes decades to instill. And even my memory, sometimes I need some help. So again, it's practicing good skills to help children with memory. So as parents, we will repeat, but don't repeat in a nagging way, in a harsh way. Another great example is printing out checklists of different things. Like I have a checklist for my daughter when for a bath. So to help her get her towel, her soap, her whatever she needs for bath, or when she's leaving the house, like make sure you use that we have a checklist, like go use the potty, get your socks, get your shoes, get your mask if you need a mask, get a sweater or a jacket. So by having a physical checklist, it helps besides verbal. Another thing to help with is when you're telling your child something, look at them and have them look at you. Don't both be distracted and telling them in another room, yelling across the house. Have them also stop their activity. When you look at somebody in their face and you look at the mouth, that is creating another way of enforcing memory. And remember, as parents, we have to be patient. Well, I have to repeat things billions of times, and we will do that for a few decades before they can do it on their own.
Makes sense. Continuing with the company that kids keep in terms of the food items, reading habits, etc. So overall, the way one is investing one's time throughout the day results into their ability to retain that which is valuable, etc. Now, I'm moving towards the habit pattern, which not just kids but all of us have, and we have talked about it teen times. The screen, which is magical, it is also magical in the sense that it devours your attention. So you come across this attention deficit syndrome kind of situation, which is somewhere rooted in the need to have a quick movement of attention, either because of the reel or because of the short. Or so, what way you would recommend parents should work on, let's say, improving the reading habits among kids, and how it is significant in terms of the overall mental growth of the child?
Yeah, so social media or the short form content is can have a lot of negative impacts on the development of the brain of our older children, especially since it's not high quality. Again, it goes back to the quality of the content. Most short form content is not high quality. It's just distracting, and it's full of misinformation and ancillary stuff. It's just entertainment. Um, and it's very addicting. The short form, whether it's reels, shorts, whatever, the scrolling of the phone, just swiping, 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 very addicting. So yeah, it impacts the overall learning and cognition of children. Lots of studies have shown that excessive screens, especially non-educational screens, reduce the brain growth, which then reduces the test scores in math, science, English, history. So we really have to limit screen time, entertainment screen time for our children.
So, from entertainment to competitive spirit. So, different kids have different set of qualities, but most of the parents expect the best out of their kids, and sometimes there is psychological pressure on kids. A little bit of pressure or awareness is important, but if it goes beyond certain point, it may be detrimental for the overall growth and happiness of the child. So, in terms of the need to be competitive, yet not be too competitive, how to find the balance? What would be your advice?
That is $1 million question. That's one of the toughest. How much pressure do you apply to your child without them breaking? Very tough. Every child is their own story, their own book. So each child needs a different amount of pressure in different ways. So as a parent, your job is to really know your children and accordingly see and communicate and talk and see how they're doing. So open communication with your children, applying the right pressure, and then taking the feedback and listening to your child. Are they saying that they're in trouble? Do you see that they're struggling? Is it taking longer to do the same work than usual? Do you see in their face, in their emotions, are they eating less? Like there's a lot. Children will give you all the answers, but you as a parent have to listen to your child and adapt to what they need.
So, listen to your child and be attentive and be present. These are, I think, the mantras for the parents. And as we move towards the concluding part of this conversation, where we talk in general, and in the next session, we'll have some specifics regarding allergy or obesity and diabetes in kids, etc. But artificial intelligence is also becoming a part of our lives with its strengths and maybe a few aspects that are not going to work as strength for human beings. So let me backtrack and think loudly with you. We hear that practice makes a man perfect, and when you have something which is already ready made, prepared, given to you, then your mind would not practice, and the chances that you improve yourself, it is like a gymnasium. The whole world offers you opportunities to excel by exerting. So, the more comfortable you are and you have ready made cooked stuff churned out for you at the click of a button, or you just give a prompt and you have everything. So, in the large scheme of things, how do you see this is likely to play out for the mental well-being of kids?
I think AI has a potential to really improve education and the mental well-being of children, but just like any tool, it can be exploited to a negative, or it can be exploited to accelerate growth. So we are at a very infancy of AI where we're seeing both. We're seeing many examples of it exploiting human beings in every aspect. And then we're also seeing extremely great, wonderful examples of AI where in healthcare, it is improving healthcare outcomes and improving clinical understanding. So again, we are in the infancy of AI, and it's very important to teach our children that AI will be in their life for sure, and to understand to use it as a tool to improve and to learn, and not to just sit back and have it write your essay for you or do your research. Instead, use it as a tool to help improve what you're writing or what you're doing, or maybe it can help you compute something very high level, which would just take time, but use it as a tool, just like we use the library, we use textbooks to improve our knowledge. We don't rewrite the textbook. We use the textbook to improve on it and to make the next step in knowledge jumps.
I think that's the right and positive approach in embracing the offerings of AI. And as we conclude our conversation, who would you term as the ideal parent in terms of the way they help their kids grow? Top 3 points that, based on your observation, you can come up with, and of course, there'll be scope for more addition.
Top 3 points as a parent. Yes. First, remember you are a parent because you became a parent because you had a child. So a parent is a relationship with a child. So do not forget your child. Your child is number one. Remember to listen to your child and have your child listen to you. And the third is you're going to make mistakes, but don't worry. Learn from them, become better and improve, because your children will make mistakes and you want them to learn and improve from their mistakes as well.
Wonderful. So we will improve when kids improve, and I think life offers us many opportunities to learn about ourselves, and kids are the best way that you see your reflection in them, as well as the beauty of life is reflected through their presence. And it was wonderful talking to you as well as learning. And we'll have another session on raising healthy kids with pediatrician Dev Masterji, where we will get into the specifics. So stay tuned, and thank you once again with lots and lots of good wishes.
Thank you.
Namaste.